Welcome to a brand new episode of the Post Game. I am your host, Davion, and I'm joined by Elijah,
You.
Oronde,
What's poppin'?
Lillian,
What's up?
and Matt.
What up?
How are you doing today, y'all?
I mean, I could be better if I was taking a nap right now.
I'm good.
Good.
I'm tired, bro.
I already took my nap.
I didn't get my nap. I tried. I definitely tried, but I didn't get a chance to get around to it. But today we are back with a week 5. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we're already 5 weeks into the NFL, but week 5 reactions and giving our thoughts about it. And yeah, man, we're gonna jump right into it. Starting off with the first game on Thursday Night Football, probably one of the worst games I've seen in a long time. The Colts versus the Broncos. Colts won 12-9.
9.
It was a field goal game. No touchdown.
Dog, I would have rather watched Iowa play football than this.
Honestly, like this is just so. What's going on with Russ right now?
He's hurt, like an idiot.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's playing hurt,
That's one good thing.
like an idiot. Like my favorite savior QB did for Cleveland. He's getting paid too much money to be stupid. Also, they're the second worst red zone team in the league.
Oronde, is his injury in his eyes? Because
that's part of it. It feels like it should be on his injury report, but no, it's throwing shoulder. I don't understand. KJ Hamlin is reeling in the pain that George Pickens is right now. It's like, dang, I'm open, but my quarterback cannot get me the ball.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to the Broncos, some can blame it on Russ is injured and he's still playing. I mean, but the rest of the team, I mean, their running backs aren't really performing well either. Melvin Gordon, 15 carries, 54 yards. That's not enough to get them over that line, is it?
Oh no, not at all.
Mm-mm.
No. And also, like, these are two teams with just, like, really good defenses. So that's just one reason why it was so boring. It's because, like, it's, like, two good defenses going against two terrible offenses. So, like, nothing just happened at all.
There was a college kid that had more rushing yards than the Colts had total yards this game.
Yeah. Like, it's bad.
Somehow, both of these dogwater teams got over 18 first downs apiece, but it didn't. The box score did not reflect that at all.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't score a single touchdown in this game. I think both of these offenses should be completely upset and ashamed of themselves. I mean, you scored. Your kicker scored every single point for both of these teams.
Even the Texans have scored more points than them.
Yeah, that's terrible. And the Texans are
That's horrible.
even worse. But talking about the Broncos, moving on to the Colts. Is this back-to-back wins for the Colts now? They won last week.
I honestly don't even.
No, I don't think so.
No, because they lost last week.
So do we think both of these two teams, is their season over? Or is there potential for like a playoff push for the Colts?
The only team that has promise here is the Colts.
yeah, the Colts, their season's not over because they're in the AFC South.
Yeah. That's
which
true.
has Tennessee as a division leader with a negative point differential.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The only team with a positive one is Jacksonville, and they're third.
And they just lost to Houston.
Yep.
We'll talk about it in a bit. I just think these two teams need to come back to the drawing board. If Russ is injured, like, why is he still playing?
I mean, like,
dumb.
yeah, and it's like you don't want to just not. I don't know. I think it's just an ego thing too. Maybe I don't know, but like you don't just not want to play just because like it's like a minor injury. I guess that's probably what he was thinking. So I'm not quite sure. And just like everything is so new to them, and the coaching is just terrible, anyways. So like, they're gonna eventually figure it out, but I just don't know when. I don't know if it's this season even.
I
But
definitely don't think it is.
Mhm.
we'll just see.
With them playing this bad, I've dropped Denver way lower than they were last week, and also the Colts are in the bottom 5.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
just
I think the reason that Russ is still playing is that, I mean, the backup quarterback is like Brett Ripien, I think, and he was never drafted. He's not good, and so I think their idea is a hurt Russell Wilson is better than a healthy Brett Ripien.
where's
Yeah.
where's Josh Rosen when you need him?
Oh God.
Sitting at home on the couch.
Yeah. Right.
I think he might be in somebody's practice squad, but other than that, like these two teams are just bad, and there's just nothing to go off of right now. And I think both of these two teams need time with their new quarterbacks, and until that time it can emerge, they'll just be bad. Especially Matt Ryan, he just hasn't looked good this season yet at all. But moving on to the Giants versus the Packers. Giants won 27-22. Elijah, what happened?
A lot happened. Everything happened. I blame the offense. I blame the defense. I blame Matt LaFleur. I blame Rodgers. I blame the whole team. Because starting off first half, we played good, and like Rodgers even played good as well, because I think he was like passing like a 75% completion. And the second half, it just went to 40. So like he couldn't get nobody open. He couldn't pass the ball well enough and stuff. And like also our defense played terrible, just poor. They couldn't cover nobody, couldn't hold nobody. The run defense looked embarrassing, just all over the place. But towards the end of the final, where we had the possession to score a touchdown, I blame Matt before, because why not just run the ball if we 3rd and 2nd? Why keep passing the ball, trying to get a short pass to get a touchdown? We could have just ran it up through the middle to get the 1st and goal at least, and then probably try to pass to get a goal, but no.
Y'all can't even run it up the middle. The Giants D line was tearing y'all up with pass deflections, coverage on the outside.
Yeah, but I don't know if you watched. I don't know if you watched it. Or you probably did watch it, but like the reason how we even got up the field and close to the red zone was due to Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon, because we ran that whole possession when we got the ball back, and we only passed like twice. So if the run game was working, why stop? And plus, I'm pretty sure the D-line was tired too. Like Giants did a wonderful job on stopping us, but why just keep passing it?
So here's a question I have for the whole panel and Elijah. So you have a running back duo in Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon. Why are they only getting a combined 19 carries?
That's why I don't know.
I understand you have Rodgers, who's one of the most skilled quarterbacks in the game who's ever played, but you have those two guys, and your receivers aren't the best.
Yeah,
why aren't you running the ball even more?
So I don't know why. I don't know why Aaron Rodgers, or I don't really, maybe it is Aaron Rodgers' fault, but like I don't understand why we keep passing the ball. It's no need to keep passing the ball to people that we don't have. Like Lazard, he to me, he would never be up to Adams. He would never replace Adams.
Well, no one would.
Randall Cobb
is a player.
Randall Cobb is a veteran, so we don't expect too much out of him. And then like Randall Dobbs, rookie. Who else we got? I mean, we don't have no good wide receiver core, so why just keep passing the ball? I don't know why we keep doing that. I mean, our running game can improve, but it's been better than most of the receiving core. So I don't know.
Y'all managed a 4.7 rushing average, which is 0.7 more than the Giants, but Danny Dimes dimed y'all up for almost 8 yards a pass.
And he did.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, that was without his top 3 receivers. I mean, Daniel Jones saw David Sills and made it work.
Yeah.
Which now leads to the NFC East, which is usually the least, being the best division in the NFC right now.
So
With
talking about
5-0,
Daniel,
4-1, 4-1.
so
And then
talking
you have
about
the
Daniel
Commanders.
Jones, I mean, we saw him 21 for 27, 217, no touchdowns, but no picks as well, keeping it clean on the day.
Neither teams had turnovers either.
Like we saw a good game from this Giants. Obviously, their defense played well. And there was a couple weeks ago when we were talking about power rankings, and Elijah, you said, and I said that the Packers are ranked a little too high. Hearing what you said?
Yeah. I can remember what I said. You can't.
Well, I got the receipts. But you said in that quote, you said something along the lines of they're ranked right where they need to be. Do you think the Packers are still a team to be like reckoned with in the NFC?
After that performance, no. In all honesty,
Y'all still get a wild card because of your division.
we could definitely get a wild card. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying further as like making it far or trying to make it to the Super Bowl and Aaron Rodgers trying to get a ring, that's not going to happen.
I've bumped y'all down from top 10 down to 16th.
And I don't blame you. I don't. We lost, obviously. It's shown. We got embarrassed by the Giants. Not to say Giants is a bad team, but the Giants really
do we still think the Giants are the worst 4-1 team in NFL history?
I will probably say, well, who else? 4-1 again?
Vikings, Dallas.
They definitely last. They definitely last. They the bottom rank of being a 4-1 team.
Man. So are the Giants a team to be afraid of though?
No.
Apparently they're sneaky.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say afraid, but I will say something to watch out for.
If you don't have a good O-line, you're screwed, apparently.
Yeah, they could probably steal a win from you. So, yeah.
So moving on from that game, Pittsburgh Steelers played the Buffalo Bills. The Bills blew the Steelers out 38-3.
I have a quote for this from a channel that loves the Steelers, and I thought it was pretty interesting. Listen, we all know the Steelers season is over, but we have Pickett. We have Pickett looking good despite the team and coaches sabotaging him as a still win for the future. Pickens is by far the best receiver on the team. It's not close, so don't debate it. But we're probably gonna have a top 5 pick. Who do you get? A lineman, and then you start Calvin Austin once he's healthy. We've never seen him play NFL football, but he's definitely better than Chase Claypool. And I kind of agree with that.
Well, here's the thing. I think they played. I mean, the Steelers, who were a team that want to try to get their feet in the ground and start running, and it's hard to do that when you lose to the Jets. But Pickett came in, and after halftime in that game, and then you play one of the best, arguably the best team in the NFL, and get blown out. And so it's a hard time to adjust for Pickett's, but he still played relatively well. I mean.
Still had 327 yards
and just one pick. I mean, I think that offensive coordinators be gone. Their defense is a joke right now as well. So
without TJ Watt holding it together, they're not anything.
Yeah, no, they're laughable. But
their O-line's terrible.
Yeah,
nah, the whole team just terrible.
I mean, no,
I
think there are pieces.
On paper, they have big expectations to be a good, solid team, but it's just not there.
Yeah, coaching is just failing them right now for sure. I mean, but bouncing around from that team, the Buffalo Bills. I mean,
they're pushing.
Number one, if not number 2 defense, even without Jordan Poyer.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's funny is that even their defense has gotten a bunch of hits in this past couple weeks, but they are still playing great football. I mean, they pretty much shut out the Steelers this past week, and their offense is just. I mean, Josh Allen, didn't he have 4 touchdowns in the first half?
Mm-hmm. Four touchdowns, 300
yards.
30.
He is playing. Is he the MVP right now?
He's definitely in a race for sure.
I still think the MVP will probably go to Lamar because I'd say Lamar only because that the rest of the team is not living up to par aside from Justin Tucker. But I can't say Josh Allen because his entire team is good.
Yeah.
They've come to play.
I mean, but at the same time, he has his numbers. His numbers have. Even without their defense, I think their offense would still be able to click like.
But I would like to say something.
Go ahead.
Even though Josh Allen do have a good team surrounding him, but before Bills wasn't even good until Allen got there. Let's say that. Let me say that. So Allen made that team. No, he did. He made that team on how they are because
It's
Bills
him
wasn't-
and McDermott. McDermott set up the culture for him.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
the Bills were decent with Tyrod Taylor. They weren't horrible. And then thankfully Josh Allen developed so well that he ends up being a top 5 QB, which is just a blessing.
Yeah.
So like obviously they're going to be a good team. They're going to be a great team for a while if he's still putting up these numbers. So like I really like, and going out like the GM too, like going out and trading for Diggs, you know, taking the shot on Allen over, you know, the other QBs in that draft, like
Von Miller.
I mean, they've just done so well all around. So like, there's nothing like you can really say. It's just like props to them. So.
I mean, Buffalo Bills. I mean, are they favorites to win? Like the get to the Super Bowl this year right now? Because for me, like that's like one of the only teams that are in the AFC that is fully intact and they are fully. Their offense, defense, and their special teams are all playing to the best of their ability.
I have a question. They can be a Super Bowl team. It just all depends on how they perform in the postseason because every year the Bills was favored to make it far, but they just seemed to me either they missing on their offense or their defense is missing.
Right now, the Bills.
It just depends on how they perform when it comes to postseason. If they offense and defense not tired out for injuries, so
You can't. I don't think you can say that for like example last year. Josh Allen probably obviously we know the Chiefs game. Allen probably had the greatest performance like we've ever seen in a playoff game.
He did.
And they lost on a coin toss. Like you can't blame. I think overall
Coin toss and a defense.
Yes, I will say their defense.
I mean, both of those teams' defense,
but it is Patrick Mahomes. Like you can't do. It's still Patrick Mahomes. Like if they were going against like a very mediocre QB, then I could see why. But it's like you can't just say, oh, just because their defense did terrible is the reason why they lost. Like they're going up against like a QB in the league. So
listen, the Bills and the Chiefs are the team in the AFC that you should definitely, and I think they are I'm not gonna say the only two because you have the Ravens, but their defense is very questionable. Bengals are still asleep. They're not coming back. And like you have these teams. I mean, maybe New England. Maybe
New England's on a revive.
Maybe, but like
don't say no.
Well, I just said it.
I know
there's gonna be some friction there, but like those two teams, the Bills and the Chiefs, are the two teams that you will see in the AFC Championship game.
I was just about to say they're the guarantee going to the AFC. So yeah.
But moving on, the Chargers played the Browns. Chargers won 30-28. So Jacoby Brissett, like this is the second game he's lost with a pick late in the game. Is he selling?
Is he selling, you said?
Yeah.
He had a red zone pick and towards the end of the game that sealed it.
The second one. I think the first one was against the Colts, maybe? I might be wrong.
The Jets.
Jets.
Yeah.
Jets.
There you go.
He does well, but just mistakes closing it's doing them in.
You remind me of another. No, I can't compare him to him. Never mind.
Also,
what are you gonna say?
Time of possession was even. Again,
I said he was going to remind me of Baker when he was at the Browns when it came to like the closing games.
No, Baker was better for Cleveland.
Baker just put up points. The defense didn't really help him in the end of the games.
Yeah.
Anyway, no.
Stop beefing with him. Damn.
Listen, Nick Chubb went off 17 carries, 134 yards, 2 touchdowns. Like he is a walking 100 yards per game, plain and simple.
Austin Eckler went over 150. Everybody celebrate.
Did he actually? Oh, well, hello.
173.
173, one tub. I mean, this Chargers offense play. Weren't they up? Were they up at one point?
They were up.
Browns up, I think, right?
Browns started off in the first half with 2 tutties, but Chargers
Yeah.
caught up towards
They
the
were
end.
down.
Yeah.
Mike Williams, 10 reception, 134 yards. I mean, Justin Herbert consistently getting it done time in and time out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Consistency. That's what we like from J-Hub. J-Herb. Love that guy.
Mhm.
But so with these two teams, can the Chargers make a name for themselves in the playoffs, and are the Browns gonna get into the playoffs?
Chargers can't keep making late game mistakes. As I don't know if y'all saw Keelan Allen tweeting, what are we doing? If he didn't miss that kick, man, like they're keeping it way too close for no reason.
I mean,
Mhm.
the Chargers can make it off of a wild card berth. It's not a strong division like everybody thought it would be. And I don't think the Browns can make it. I think that the Bengals will still finish ahead of them, and the Ravens are the best team in the AFC North. So I think I don't think the Chargers do much in the playoffs, but I think they can get there.
2 things. Watson has now been allowed into the team facility. We have 2 more weeks or a few more weeks until he can start, but he is now entered. He's now available in the facility. And then also, I just don't have faith in Staley. Like, he's good, but he's not good enough.
Yeah, no, he's not good at all.
I mean, when you're in the red zone, you have Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. Why aren't you running the ball?
That's what I'm
Now,
saying. I
don't know
they should
why.
have stuck to the game script.
Why these teams that have good run game continue to pass the ball in the red zone. I don't understand that.
Well, because I think we don't know, but Stefanski probably assumes that they're gonna think it's a run and they're just gonna like stack the box and then it's just an easy play action play or something like that. But like still, like going back to Brissett, that was just a boneheaded play. I don't know what he was thinking. He could have just slid and maybe got a yard or 2 and have lived for another down. But like, I don't know. Like, just Brissett just needs to stick with the game script. That's basically it.
Well, moving on. Houston Texans played the Jacksonville Jaguars. Texans won 13-6. Was this a surprise for anybody?
Yes.
Trevor Lawrence has a fumbling problem. This is getting really bad.
Yeah.
It was a surprise to me. No touchdown until 3 minutes and a fourth from the fantasy show out of the season, Dameon Pierce.
Took him long enough.
About time, yes. And first time or second time this season, Travis Etienne gets most of the snaps and run plays, which is finally good to see him doing something after being hurt. But still outrushed by Dameon Pierce, who almost cracked 100 yards today or Sunday. Defenses showed up, but offenses were not there.
Trevor Lawrence, 2 picks today. Or Sunday. That's rough.
286 though. It's Dougie Mills 140.
And he got the job done. He didn't turn the ball over, which works for him.
Shout out General Mills.
We love General Mills. So here's a quick question. I think we all know Houston season's done, but they can continue to win these games like this. But Jacksonville, they were 2-2 coming into this week. Some people thought that they were an interesting team to pay attention to. How do we feel about Jacksonville?
I'm disappointed, but I'm still gonna ride the wave.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not
That's
riding
just
that
me
wave.
though. I'll ride the wave. I'll risk it for a biscuit.
We'll see where it goes.
You ride it by yourself.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Ain't no problem with being alone.
Mr.
But
Hey. My bet hit this week, so I want to hear it.
what was that bet?
Atlanta cover -9 or even +9. And they did.
Huh.
Mm.
Huh.
And my wild card Commanders choked it on a fourth and 1. So that was real close.
Yeah.
Oh, the Commanders. But moving on. The Minnesota Vikings played the Chicago Bears. Vikings won 29-22. Vikings, man, they're 4-1. Are they a team to look out for? Should we be thinking about them in the playoffs?
Dalvin Cook
still-
is finally running the ball, so I think we should be on the lookout.
That's big.
I'm still
Yeah.
sticking on what I say about the Vikings, and I'm sticking with it.
I didn't have them winning this game, so I'm kind of happy.
And
Even though
what's that,
I didn't
Elijah?
watch it.
What you say about the Vikings?
They could be pretty good in the regular season, but they're very inconsistent. And when it comes to the postseason, it doesn't show. So we'll see.
I mean, Lillian, them being in your division, do they have it wrapped up over the Packers?
I'm not gonna say that yet. I know they beat Packers week 1. I think the Packers can still get the second game. But at the same time, it's not like the Bears and Lions are much competition right now.
Not at all.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, they can probably win this division, but
It's a
That-
toss up.
I think Lions steal one from the Vikings.
It's a toss up, but
It's time to wake up.
it's gonna be Dalvin Cook's team, and he needs to keep running the ball well because Kirk Cousins won't be the savior of Minnesota.
I mean, Justin Jefferson.
man.
Justin
Jefferson
Jefferson
had
can be
12
behind-
catches, 154 yards.
Yeah, I mean, they look good. I mean, Kurt looked good.
It's funny though, because I was
Y'all are
happy.
blinded and fooled by the Vikings sometimes because
No, we're not.
just because y'all see them play good and stuff
It's
and
their-
do good,
But-
it doesn't
but-
show when postseason comes.
Before you scold them, I did want to say I was happy to see David Montgomery like ready to play, and then Justin Fields becomes the leading rusher of 47 yards,
Yeah.
and
I mean-
Montgomery's the leading receiver.
I mean, hey, credit to Justin Fields, threw more than 20 passes this week.
Yeah, 21.
Shout out.
We're moving up
Shout
in this
out.
world.
I mean,
Yeah,
the only
Vikings
problem with
ain't
Minnesota,
fooling me. Sorry.
I think the only problem with Minnesota right now is just their defense is very lackluster. Like that was kind of the reason why. And also they did miss 2 field goals. So that's on the kicker. But still, like I think their offense can still compete with any team right now, I think.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, talking about the Vikings defense, it's not a very good run defense. So I do
Yeah.
wonder why there was only 16 rushes by the Bears, especially with Khalil Herbert. He's an
I mean,
amazing
because Fields was
running
running most of the time anyways. So
back. Exactly. That's the issue. Is you can't. It can't just be the Justin Fields scramble game. You've got to.
Yeah.
You've got to set the run game, and that'll also open up the ability for Justin Fields to pass.
Is it
Um,
me
they-
or do they not have a plan?
Yeah, they don't have a plan.
They don't.
Bears,
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a new head coach, but
yeah, they're in rebuild. It's a start of a rebuild. They're just kind of seeing what happens this season.
Filling
They're
it
gonna have
out.
no salary cap next year.
They're gonna
I
have
mean-
they have so much money next year.
What do
Yeah,
you
they're-
Davion? What do you be calling Justin Fields? You be calling him privileged because he had a good team of Ohio State or something like that?
I didn't call him.
Yeah.
Never called him
What you be
privileged,
calling-
but
what you be calling him? No, you be calling him something.
I don't know.
Usually it's me who speaks highly of his college days because I watch Ohio State.
Yeah.
I mean, when was the last time an Ohio State quarterback actually did anything in the NFL?
Uh-oh.
It's been a minute.
He says Braxton Miller.
You know, yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna do some quick research. Continue. I'm gonna get back to you on that.
Harry
Braxton Miller. You know, did he play for
No
Houston?
way.
Yeah, he became a receiver in Houston.
Yeah.
Who was that? JT Barrett? I don't know.
No, that's Braxton Miller. JT
JT
Barrett was a
was like a
pocket
third
passer that
stringer.
became a backup.
I mean, technically, you
that's
could say Burrow, but
Oh no.
No.
Yes, it started
No,
his
absolutely
anger.
not.
They started his anger for being
Just because
snubbed.
he attended school there does not mean.
You could say Burrow. Hilarious.
Dwayne Haskins before he passed. He was
oh,
good.
hell no.
What, he was good?
He was good.
Good?
R.I.P. Dwayne Haskins. he
No
was
disrespect, but
a needy quarterback. He-
Personally, he
was
did
a
pretty
backup
well.
in Pittsburgh. He was a backup to a washed Big Ben. Now,
Well, it's
granted,
Big Ben. He's gonna get the pick because of Tomlin.
barely. But Anyway, let's jump into an interesting game for two people on this panel. The New England Patriots blew out the Detroit Lions
Oh my
28-0.
29.
Y'all can
I
have at
know.
it.
29.
I know Packers was terrible. Only did terrible against the Giants, but that was just crazy from the Lions. The Lions was getting praised so much this season. So, like, what's the deal? What's going
Wait,
on?
before y'all start, I want to say my disclaimer now. I am done. I am done with the Detroit Lions. I am finished. I am off the train. I was from week 1. I was like, I'm on this team this year, but now I'm done.
Team in the NFC.
So now I'm gonna shut up. Lillian or Oronde, y'all can take it away.
I'll start Oronde. Number one, this game could have been 6-3 heading into the half. Instead, it was 13-0. That was a coaching decision, and it was a bad decision. We got our new kicker, Michael Badgley, this week. There was no reason for him not to kick. It was like a 40-something yarder. Instead,
Actually did well in LA before he was shipped out.
Instead, we go for it on 4th and 9 or something, and it's a drop back. There's immediate pressure, and Jared Goff tries to run 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage, fumbles it, and it's returned for a touchdown. If we kick the field goal, who knows what happens because it's 6-3 instead of 13-0. That's a difference in momentum. Then second half, all of our corners get hurt. We have no starting safeties now. And, I mean, a defense that already was bad, losing the entire secondary is bad. We have 7 secondary players hurt now. So, there's that. It made Bailey Zappi look amazing.
He didn't even throw 200 yards.
No, he didn't. And he still looked great because he managed the game well. The run defense was still atrocious because our defensive coordinator sucks. And the offense couldn't get anything going. So that's always fun.
So
go ahead and criticize my team.
Matthew Judon tore y'all up the entire game. Force Jared Goff to be rushed, get through his progressions, run outside, get pieced up by Kyle Duggar to run out to the crib. You had Cole Strange shutting out another shutout, 0 pressures allowed, 0 sacks allowed, and 26 pass blocking snaps. He's just an absolute dog. Trent Brown holding up what is his name? Aiden Hutchinson on the outside, that absolute stud. I love him, but he was getting pieced up as well. Defense showed up in the top 3 form, shutting out what would have been the number 1 offense in the league to 0 points because Bill Belichick has Jared Goff's number ever since the bowl. Also, Jacoby Myers is still the number 1 receiver even after injury. He's getting better in the last season and getting separation. And Nelson Aguilar regressed to his Raider days. Bro had Butterfingers, went in his hands, he popped it up, and then they get a pick. That was hilarious to me. But they still didn't do anything with it, which is real funny. And last 2 things, Ramondre Stevenson is a dog. I've been knew that, but this just put the icing on the cake. And Zappy is just another Mac Jones. He's just a baby Jones.
Ramondre Stevenson really impressed me that it's impossible to get the guy to stumble and actually fall. I don't think I've ever seen Ramondre Stevenson.
His career rushing, his longest career rush with 2 stumble saves. He also ran for 161 yards, and that's real fun. Judon had 2 sacks, just an absolute masterclass from the defense.
If I remember correctly, I saw a stat where he's the first Patriots player to ever have a sack in the first 5 games of a season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And 6 fourth-down stops. Why? I don't understand DC's call and their OC's call to.
Our kicker was so bad for the first 4 weeks that he doesn't trust the new guy.
Was Seibert that bad?
Seibert was atrocious. He lost this game against Minnesota.
I thought he was pretty reliable up until then, but apparently not.
He's not been reliable this year. There's a reason we cut him.
Rest in piss.
Well, now that y'all are done, anything else from the other 2 of you guys? I'm done with the Lions.
They got it.
Ooh, last thing, neck injury to your cornerback. He did get movement in his extremities.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has been discharged from a hospital or not, but he had his head in Henry's chest, and I thought it was going to be a stinger. I don't think it's a stinger, unfortunately.
I mean, yeah, I just thought he'd be okay immediately,
That was
but
scary to watch, man.
there hasn't been an update on him or anything. So
Well, prayers go out to him.
I will
But
say
yeah.
though, Amon-Ra only played 21% of the team's offensive snaps.
I don't think I personally didn't think he would play that much. That's why he was on the bench.
I was honestly surprised he played.
Yeah. For the bye week coming up this next week.
Yeah, hopefully our guys can get healthy
Hopefully
and
something can happen. Y'all are
come back. I think we play the Cowboys next. So,
Yeah.
but I think it'll be the Cowboys with Dak, so maybe we'll have a shot.
I like that. If Dak plays, I'll take that.
Oh my god.
Oh
Or
wow.
how they just watch us get shut out and it's like a Dak plays, I think the Lions can win.
But what about okay, I mean, well, to that point, the Lions so confident. Well, hey, I had the number one offense. Dallas has one of the top defenses in the league. So that'd be one you have to look out for. But anyway, excuse me. Saints played the Seattle Seahawks this past week and won 39-32. Didn't think the Saints could put up 39 points. It was good to see our offense clicking the way that they are meant to click. Taysom Hill, Alvin Kamara, they both played phenomenal this past week.
Taysom Hill the GOAT.
Nah, that man's a running back.
Like,
Thank you.
Taysom Hill the GOAT.
and he threw a 22-yard tub, too.
Man can play all
First player
positions.
since what? First
He can play all
player since what? LaDainian Tomlinson to have over 100 rushing yards, throw a tud, rushing a tud.
And he had 3 rushing tubs.
Yep. Most of the touchdowns, yeah.
Good day. I mean, Andy Dalton didn't look terrible either.
Taysom Hill had a Cordero Patterson type day.
Oh, for sure. He's hurt, isn't he?
He is. He's on IR.
Jeez.
I mean, something I do think that was really impressive was talking about the Seahawks was Rashad Penny went down with an ankle injury. I think he's out for the season now. And
Yeah.
Kenny Walker came in, 8 rushes, 88 yards, and a touchdown. So,
We knew Kenneth Walker was good though.
well, I mean, maybe he was okay in college.
I don't want to hear it.
Looking at the other,
Geno Smith looked amazing again.
Bro,
He still hasn't written back. I mean, still has not written back.
He threw an absolute dime on a corner route. I forgot the tight end's name, but he threw an absolute dot across his body, rolling to the left.
and he dropped it right into the bucket for Tyler Lockett too.
What is he eating?
Lockett went off 5
Who is
receptions,
feeding him?
104 yards, 2 tubs. Metcalf 5 receptions, 88 yards, a tub. I mean, this game was a battle of offenses, and something I love about the Saints. Excuse me. A big reason I'm a Saints fan is because of our high-powered offense, and I think this game, I mean, it reminded me of a high-powered offense, and I'm not mad. I'm not.
This
mad.
game gave me college vibes.
Yeah, gave me Sean Payton vibes, back to those days. But
Oh man, reminiscing out here.
He is, ain't he?
one can dream about those days as a Saints fan again. But yeah, I'm not gonna sit and linger on the Saints. I think our season's over. Realistically,
I mean, 2-3 in that division's not bad.
I guess. But
The Bucks is not the stronger team either this year. So
whoa, don't get
I
ahead
mean,
of
they're
yourself.
I have the Saints at 23 and the Seahawks at 24 now.
It sucks being in those 20s, doesn't it?
Wait, where do you have the
Where do I have the Lions? I can
bottom.
they
answer
gotta
that
be
for you.
dead last.
They're not
Nah.
dead last. That's the Panthers. The Lions are
They
27.
gotta be dead like. Oh man.
The Lions are
That's amazing.
27.
That's fine, dude.
Man. But moving on. Miami Dolphins played the New York Jets. The Jets won 40-17.
Who
I
wants to
would
give me
say-
my flowers? Who would
I
like to
would
give me my
say-
flowers?
I would say, nah, I can't say that because Tua out. So never mind.
Who wants to give me my
I was
flowers?
gonna say Dolphins is a fraud. They some frauds. Oh
Give me my
God.
flowers. Give me my flowers.
Man, you just played
Zach
a
Wilson got a
roughed
MILF.
up Dolphins team. Relax.
Zach Wilson got a MILF and was like, I'm an absolute dog now. I'm gritting on teams out here.
He's nuts.
The fact that the Jets are 3-2 is like crazy to me.
It's the culture there, bro.
I said it before the season started. They are my sleeper. Awesome. We're going to excuse my high praise for the Lions because they're letting me down. But the Jets.
Ah!
Jets.
It was high
Jets.
praise.
Brees Hall, my fantasy running back, because everybody else got stolen. Cashed in.
Do want to point out that nobody's undefeated in the podcast fantasy. I beat Lillian, so
Congrats.
Shut up. Anyway, to the Jets, man. Zach Wilson, 14.
I enjoyed watching this game, even though I had Raheem Mostert on the bench, which is real sad.
Brees Hall, 18 carries, almost 100 yards, 1 tub. Michael Carter, 10 carries, 21 yards, 2 tubs. I mean, and the list goes down. I mean, this
Brees
Jets
Hall had
offense.
more receiving yards than rushing yards. That's hilarious.
Yes, funny. I didn't mean that sarcastically. It is funny that because
on 2 catches.
I'd be pissed if I was. I mean, the Dolphins started the game off with a safety, so that's not a good look anyway. And so, I mean, and listen, is their season over?
Who?
If Tua's done, their season's done.
Tua's done.
Is he done?
Who's not done, dude?
We don't have a timetable for his return.
He's gonna return, but he's not gonna be out for the season. I think.
I don't know if he doesn't
So
return.
should he?
I don't think he's gonna play how he played in the beginning.
That's what I'm saying.
Personally, as like a human being, I wouldn't let him play. But if
he shouldn't play the rest of the season,
you gotta let him
their
play.
season's done.
I mean, medically speaking, he should not touch a football field.
He shouldn't touch it this season. Give it next season.
Like NFL wise, he'd probably come back in 6 weeks if that's being generous. But
I mean,
with Tua out, their season's done unless they go get Cam Newton or somebody. I don't know.
No,
Oronde, you think Cam Newton fixes the problem?
Kid, who?
Who said Cam? Right.
No, there's no way.
The only reason I say that is because
I'm clipping this.
Listen, let me finish so you can clip it. The only reason I said that is because he can overthrow it to Waddle and Tyreek Hill, and they can just run under the ball for over the top plays.
I mean,
overthrow is probably better than an underthrow.
Give me out.
If they don't catch it, the quarterback's not catching.
That's pretty funny. That's really good.
What if they just sign Colin Kaepernick?
It's too late. It's too late.
I'll take that.
Dude, yo, you're gonna send him to Miami? Aren't they in a scandal right now?
Yeah, because their owner sucks.
Ain't no way there's no way. Man,
No, what I am worried though is legitimately, I am a little worried they will bring back Tua too soon because their starting quarterback right now is Skylar Thompson.
they definitely will.
Yeah.
You know, after talking about Miami with y'all, I might drop them down to the bottom 25.
No, look, I don't think Miami is a bad team. I genuinely, if Teddy's like healthy, I think they can win an okay amount of games.
So
I don't think they're gonna be terrible though.
So are they a bad team or the Jets a good team?
No,
The Jets are a good team.
I think the Jets are a good team, but aside from the fact that they don't have
Gardner looking good.
the issue in Miami is the defense.
I feel like
I agree.
even with their defense,
Frauds.
they're a QB away from being in the playoffs.
Who?
Miami? Yeah.
Yes, Miami.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. I don't know.
yeah,
I thought you were talking about
they're
the Jets for
QB.
some
really
reason.
good, but without Tua, the defense is glaringly
They're
an
done.
issue.
They're done
Yeah,
unless
'cause
they get somebody to fill in.
Teddy,
There's
bro.
nobody near the level of Tua to fill in and actually do anything.
Teddy.
Teddy's hurt.
He's probably got a better chance of coming back than Tua.
I mean, obviously, but still,
Not with the Dolphins.
he's
team,
hurt. Okay, they're still not worse than the 2017 Panthers doctor team.
I don't know who was it, that Chargers doctor who I think still works for them that punctured Tyrod Taylor's lung.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
I think they fired him. I hope they fired him.
I think they did.
He's a nut. Someone said
He's
something.
out with concussion protocol.
Who?
Oh, Teddy.
Oh.
Yeah, but he
oh.
passed all the. I don't know how. I don't really know the full details, but I heard it, like the concussion protocol is like really, really, really serious now, which is good. But it's like,
Wonder why.
yeah, right. Especially for the Dolphins too.
Especially in Miami. I'm not listening. If anybody get up wobbling, you sit your ass down. Plain and simple. Oh, you ain't playing today,
We didn't talk
tomorrow.
about it, but Nyheim Hines against the Broncos.
Yeah, that was bad too.
That was scary.
Yeah.
Damn.
I was gonna say the trade deadline is coming up in about 2 or 3 weeks. So I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens over the next couple of weeks with that.
They can trade for Jimmy G.
Okay, moving on.
Jimmy G wanted to go to Carolina.
The Atlanta Falcons played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Buccaneers won 21-15. There was a
They got robbed.
there was a
Shout out.
couple
They got robbed.
Shout out the Falcons because they got robbed.
Yeah.
They hit my cover, first and foremost. I want to lead off with that. They hit my 9-point spread with 6, but they got robbed with the first ever roughing a passer where the defender has the ball in his hand.
It was terrible. It was so bad.
Brady went on to a podcast yesterday and said, "I don't throw flags, I throw tablets."
I don't care anymore.
Either way, Brady had 351 passing yards and a tutty. Leonard Fournette finally got his tutty, even with 80 receiving yards. But they should have lost that game. They should have lost that game.
Well, I mean, obviously, we don't know for sure if the Falcons score, but they're down by 6. So if they do get that touchdown, right, there's a huge difference. I mean, if they get that touchdown, they're ahead of the Bucs in the division.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
So, I mean, it's a terrible call. It's a terrible call.
All right. Do you like so? Are the Bucs right now a team that a contending team?
They're still a contending team, but they don't close. They still have a closing game problem, and also they haven't been as consistent as they should be with the amount of talent that they have.
Yeah, the receiving core is a little froggy.
Yeah.
I mean, credit to Leonard Fournette, though. He had an amazing game.
He had a great game.
Leonard Fournette looked amazing. Tom Brady looked pretty solid. The receiving core did not look great, which is
Mike Evans looked good though.
I mean, Mike Evans played a good game, but Chris Godwin didn't look great. Scotty Miller wasn't amazing. I'm surprised they don't use Russell Gage more. He had a great game a couple of weeks ago when everybody else was hurt.
It's because he went 2 of 6.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
Also, no receiver in Atlanta has over 40 yards in this game.
yeah.
Over 40 yards.
Yeah,
40.
the highest got 39.
Jeez.
I mean,
Sheesh.
Marcus Mariota only threw the ball 25 times, but it's not a good.
He had a
offense.
touchdown and not interceptions. I mean, I don't know, but Brady
Better
threw the
than
ball
what
50
Justin
times.
Fields is doing.
Mariota's best showing.
Brady threw the ball more times than Atlanta receiver had catching yards.
Oh man. Well, moving on. The Tennessee Titans versus the Washington Commanders. Tennessee won 21-17.
This game had me on the edge of my seat. On the edge of my seat.
Was that a joke?
No, because we went through 3 interceptions and only one of them counted on the last drive. Let me rephrase that. On the last play of the game.
Dude sucks. I'm sick of this. He sucks, man. He's not good.
360 yards and not a W.
Like whenever they
Ryan Tannehill's the world's greatest game manager.
like when they traded for him, like
when I traded for him, I was like, I need Terry McLaurin or Curtis Samuel in my fantasy league because I'm like, he's gonna have so many yards, so many touchdowns thrown, and I end up with this crap.
he sucks. Put the other kid in. Put Sam Howell.
Put in Sam Howell. I actually want them to. Yeah.
I just want to see Sam Howell cook. He's probably a better shot than Russell Wilson.
I mean, Samuel had 62 yards on 6 catches. McLaurin had 76 on 5. Diami Brown had 105 on 2.
Yeah.
That man had 2 receptions for 2 touchdowns and 105 yards. That's
Some Gabriel Davis stuff right there.
That is some real Gabriel Davis stuff. This game was so you ignoring the score. If you just looked at the stats, you'd be like, oh, you would have thought the Commanders won, and they're 1-4. I feel like the Lions.
Except for the fact that Derrick Henry had 100 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns.
We're ignoring that. We're ignoring that. We're ignoring.
A whole lot of ignoring we gotta do. We gotta do a whole lot of ignoring.
Exactly. It's there's the Commanders are seeing the Hat Man every time they go in the field.
Man, I bet you whenever they whenever the locker room, whenever they traded for him, they were like, man, why we trade for this bum? Now look at him. He's just stinking it up. I mean, head coach Ron Rivera, didn't he come out like this past week and say that
why don't y'all win, QB?
Which is impressive because he's a defensive coach and his defense has been terrible. So
what is their now I gotta look what is their points differential looking like right now? I know it's bad, but still.
I mean, they also don't have Chase Young, which is a huge blow.
Yeah, edge pressure matters, but I mean it's bad. There's
From a
not
Lions
much...
fan, you can't say nothing's bad. All right.
Yes, I can. Just because we're historically bad doesn't mean that other defenses aren't bad.
Right now, the Commanders, where are they? Are they towards the bottom? Ah, there they are. Minus 99. Oh, wait, no, that's for last season, not this season. Hold on. I was about to say.
It's like, there's no way.
Already?
What a game. What do you mean?
99.
These dudes suck.
This guy stinks. Right now, their average is -7, but they've been stinking it up all game.
I think their worst loss right now is the Lions.
Yeah, I think it is
You're
actually.
right. And Wentz had a good game too.
Wentz had a good second half against the Lions. His first half was terrible.
Yeah.
Well, moving on.
Oh no, their worst loss I think is the Eagles. They only scored 8 in that game.
Moving on to the San Francisco 49ers versus the Carolina Panthers. San Francisco won 37-15. So, Matthew, coming to you. First, you fire your head coach and your defensive coordinator yesterday after a long-awaited victory for your Panthers fans. Is it time to go clean house and look for some draft picks or hold?
Okay, this is what I think. First of all, this is probably the best loss ever because we finally got Matt Rule's trash ass out of that building, bro. Thank you, San Francisco. Thank you. That's all I gotta say. 2, I don't think they need to clean up shop because they're still a good team besides the QB. That is their only problem, I think. And, obviously they're not going to be good the rest of the year. Who knows? I doubt they're going to be good. Maybe if they trade like a couple pieces just to get some draft capital, like Robbie Anderson or like O-lineman, I don't know.
I heard
like
CMC, DJ, and Brian Burns.
It wouldn't make sense for DJ or McCaffrey because if they trade DJ, they lose like 20 mil in cap. They take like a 20 mil cap hit. McCaffrey's like 10 mil. Mm-hmm. Burns, I'm not quite sure. I don't know what
for that.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure with Burns, but I know the other two. I mean, everyone's been calling for McCaffrey anyways, and it doesn't sound like they want to trade him. But like, I don't know. If they did, I wouldn't be that mad. It just depends what they get out of it, I guess.
What do you want for a Christian McCaffrey?
I mean, obviously you want to say a first, but there's no way he's worth a first right now. It's like the highest you could probably get is a second.
Really? You don't think you can?
Because he's just injury prone is the problem.
Well,
if you somehow get a first, I'm fine with that. But it's like, I don't know. I just don't know what his value is right now.
If you move McCaffrey by 2023, that's 18.3 million in dead cap space.
Yeah. So like, there's just no point. That just makes him worse, I feel like.
Yeah.
So him and Robbie are pretty expensive. Robbie's sitting at 9.7.
Yeah. What's DJ at, right? 20 mil?
DJ is actually not that high. Surprisingly.
I think it should be higher because he just got a new contract.
Oh yeah, the extension. He's already getting paid 20 mil this year, or 20 mil this year, 20 mil next year, but is only 10 in dead cap after 2024. And where is it? Yeah, about 20 mil, just under it.
Yeah. So like, I don't think they need a clean house. If they did, that'd just be kind of weird to me, and I think it makes them worse. Um, I think you just play out the season, and if you end up having like the worst record, go for Stroud. If not,
You
I
have a
don't know.
first next year?
Yeah, they're projected the first pick of the draft right now.
Yeah, we don't have a first, I don't think.
Yeah,
No, y'all don't.
Philly's
Philly
like
has
projected fourth because of that. Yeah, I don't know. We suck. I mean, there's nothing to it. Like Baker's trash.
He's hurt now too, isn't
Yeah, high ankle sprain.
he?
Did you put the Panthers above Lions or they under Lions?
No, I think
Panthers are dead last. Panthers are
Yeah.
dead last.
Ah,
That's fair.
That brings joy. Listen, the Saints should be the second worst team in the league as long as the Panthers are under us. Makes me happy. But anyway, San Francisco 49ers, but they won 37 points. But this is obviously it was a surprise. Jimmy G managed the game pretty well. Jeff
Wilson had a
Wilson,
good game.
17 carries, 120 yards, 1 tub. I mean, he got his job done. Tevin Coleman as well contributed a little bit. I mean, they just came out and won because
With
Carolina
this
sucks.
win, with this huge points gap win, San Fran moves up to one of the top teams with a 40 plus 47 points in their wins and losses.
San Francisco's getting it done, man. They're doing it just like they did it last year, quietly and sneakily. They're getting it done. But moving on, the Philadelphia Eagles won 20-17 against the Arizona Cardinals. 5-0. They are 5-0. Best team in the league.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
almost
right
lost this game, but best team in the league
Yeah.
still.
they're the best team.
Coming up against
Not according to ESPN though.
who's better? And
Who's better,
the
right?
Bills.
They have
Bills.
Chiefs at 1, Bills at 2, and
Yep.
Eagles at 3 for the second week in a row.
Ooh,
That's fair.
not a terrible shout. I'm not mad.
Yeah, that's not like
So they got Bills second though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's just because like their strength of schedule.
As long as Bills second, I could take it.
Would y'all like to guess how low the Packers are now? They're not too low, but they're still in the top 10.
What? Oh,
They have them
they're
at
top
8,
10?
above Tampa
Ooh.
and the Chargers.
I think, yeah, I'll say 9-10. I give us that.
I hate the ESPN list so
I
much.
was about to say
Anyways,
ESPN rankings is terrible.
let me just go ahead and read this out for y'all so y'all just get an idea. Vikings at 4, Cowboys at 5, Niners at 6, Ravens at 7, and then Packers, Bucks, Chargers, Giants, Dolphins, Rams, Bengals, and to round out your top 15 is the Titans. And then the Jets and the Saints and the Browns and the Patriots at 19, Seahawks at 20, Cardinals at 21, Jaguars 22, Broncos 23, Falcons 24, Colts 25, who actually moved up, Raiders 26, Bears 27, Texans at 28, Steelers at 29.
The Lions dead last.
Nope, Lions are 30th, Commanders at 31, and Panthers are now dead last.
Let's
okay.
go.
We may have had a bad game, but putting us behind the Steelers is silly.
That's very
y'all
silly.
suck, Lillian. I'm sorry.
I ain't
Y'all
gonna lie,
suck.
y'all not
And the
trash.
Steelers are better.
I
The
think
Steelers
so.
are not better. The Steelers
No.
are not better.
Well,
If the Steelers and the Lions played right now, Lions hang 50 on their head.
I don't know about 50, but they'll win.
I think
It'd be a
50.
shootout.
I
It'd be a
think 50.
shootout.
They don't have their secondary and they don't have TJ Watt.
I think it'd be a
they hang
shootout.
50.
I think it'd be a high scoring game.
Pickens would have 150 yards and 3 tutties, and that's it. That's the only person who scores.
Just 150? I think he had probably at least 250.
Nah, just 150.
Okay, nobody's setting records. Okay, let's.
I don't know. I disagree with that statement. Lions are that bad. They suck. These got blown out by. They got blown out by the Patriots.
The problem is Steelers have no offensive coordinator. At least.
Oh yeah. Never mind. Anyway, back to the Cardinals. What's going on in Arizona? What's their problem
Cliff
right
Kingsbury and Kyler Murray still can't get along. Kingsbury called for a spike after Murray didn't get the first down. The Cardinals should have won that game with how the Eagles closed it out. Cardinals driving down the field a minute and some change left, no timeouts. Kyler slides just a hair early, doesn't get the first down, so it's 3rd and 1. He's spike it's 4th and 1. Now they have to kick it. The kicker misses, but it's just a whole host of problems.
I forgot we got a Cardinals fan in here.
Who?
And
Oronde.
they could have won. Are you going to tell me they could not have won this game?
Well, I want to say something. Who be gone first? Kingsbury or Murray?
Kingsbury.
They just signed Murray to a fat contract.
Well, it doesn't mean you got to keep him around.
But also, while on the topic, DeAndre Hopkins comes back one more week.
We do come back.
Oh,
so
God.
maybe Kyler could. Well, it's not Kyler. It's not. Come on.
I mean, it's not like Kyler's been great this year.
He hasn't.
I mean, the running game.
Where's Cliff
The
Kingsbury's
Cardinals
contract?
are good.
They're not without Hopkins. Hopkins is the glue.
They don't got no good go-to receiver.
Marquise Brown's
They
been really
do.
good.
No. The receiving core has been doing well. They just can't put it together, like for no reason. Where is Kingsbury's contract? Now I'm curious.
just not
Yeah, got me thinking about
They
him.
just seem to kind of like
They O-line
Start
is
off-
kind of terrible too.
they start off really bad. That's what kind of screws them because they
Kingsbury's-
start off really bad.
Kingsbury's toward the end of his 4-year, $22 million contract in 2024. No, isn't not even guaranteed.
The Cardinals play the Seahawks next, so I mean,
They can win that game.
They should.
they
win that
can, but
game.
I don't.
They
I
should
got-
definitely win that
I
game.
got speaking of them, where's their spread? Because I know it's stupid. It's 50. The spread is 51. I think each team puts up at least 30 points.
Are you talking about the over/under?
Mm-hmm. 51 points.
Moving on
That's
to
gonna be
my
dumb.
surprising game of the week. Dallas beat the Rams 22-10. I just looked at the stats because I haven't really looked at the stats much, but
I
Cooper
wouldn't
Rush
say
only
that-
threw the ball 16 times.
I wouldn't say that's surprising.
Really?
Rams just
Yeah,
having a rough.
Dallas's defense just looks so good right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they're top in the league, right?
Defense is
Well,
good.
to the top.
Their defense is good, and also Rams just having a bad start. So
I'm looking at the stats right now. They don't even have a picture for Cooper Rush.
Well, I want to say one more thing before y'all continue. I'm done picking the Rams this season as well. You know, Lions and the Rams both done. They're trash. The Rams are done. Like they're just not a good team at all.
The issue is the Rams don't have a running back, and so all teams need to do is game plan for the pass because
yep.
Cam Akers isn't a threat, and a one-dimensional offense never works. Also, Cooper Rush had himself a Justin Fields game.
They're ranked 29th in points per game at 16th. They're ranked 34th in fourth quarter scoring at not even 1 point, and they're ranked 32nd in rushing attempts per game and rushing yards per game. Absolute dog water.
I mean, one thing you can always bet on is that Cooper Kupp's going to get his yards.
Which is it's
Oh,
a
he did
shame.
for yards, yeah.
It's a shame because their defense is probably ranked 12 or 13th out of all
Well,
their
they-
stats, but they allowed too many points in the second half.
Is Allen Robinson bad? Like he only has
He actually finally threw in the ball.
Well, Allen Robinson just hasn't looked good anyways. It's not really Stafford.
I
like-
thought it was Stafford, but yeah, I watched
Allen
some of this
Robinson just
game.
looks like he can't get open.
Allen Robinson
Like,
was made by
something.
Mitch Trubisky.
Facts. I hate to say it, but I was excited. I drafted him one of my leagues. I drafted him in, so I was like, this looks like a good bench pickup if I need an emergency. Yeah, no. I released him after week 2.
So with Dakota coming back in a couple weeks, is he gonna start or is Cooper Rush gonna keep the job?
I think
I
Cooper
was
Rush will
waiting
keep the
for that.
job for now,
No,
Oh,
No.
Dak is starting.
Dak is definitely starting.
but they're winning. But they're winning.
Dak was the starting
Hear about
QB
that?
before Cooper even got the Q.
They didn't
Cooper
give
just
him all
did his
that money,
job to
But
back
Dak
up.
sucks.
Cooper just did his job.
It was
to back
one
up
game and he
Dak.
got hurt.
I know. Dak
is
sucks.
What?
Entire game. 10 interceptions.
Why is the O-line player playing better with Cooper in?
I guess they don't like Dak.
Why don't they like the black man?
It is easier for an offensive line to
Jerry Jones is
when you
never
don't
mind.
have to worry about the
But get canceled because Jerry. I'll tell off stream why they're blocking better.
I mean, you do not bench the guy you're paying $40 million a year.
That's what I'm saying.
Eric Bledsoe, Tom Brady.
You're absolutely correct with that one.
He was hurt.
Also, why are we
Are you calling
speaking?
Cooper Rush Tom
Wait.
No,
No.
honestly,
He was
not.
hurt.
But I was just looking through the stats and I watched only a little bit of this game. Why are we as a league letting a Notre Dame wide receiver get yards and receptions?
You're an idiot. You're so stupid. Notre Dame plays
Also with Dallas, it's their defense is the reason why they're so good, and their weapons are very good. They're super explosive. So Cooper Rush doesn't have to throw, 40 passes a game.
Sure.
He just needs to do like checkdowns, and Pollard and CD can
Also,
just go field.
Ezekiel
about
Elliott
to
over
say-
50 yards.
I was about to say,
The bum. Put your hand.
Cowboys offense is kind of a sleeper a little bit too. They kind of got a few good people.
I'm sick of you, Davion. Sick of you.
Did y'all hear what I said?
No,
Oronde goes, Ezekiel Elliott got over 650 yards. He's a bum, bro. Put your hands down. That man's not good, man. He's done. He's washed. Anyway, I'm sorry, Elijah. What was your point?
nothing.
Listen, it's Oronde's fault, bro. You always talk about Ezekiel Elliott getting 50 yards.
I'm going to root for him until he retires.
Here's the thing. Ezekiel Elliott had 22 rushes for
Wow, a team letting their running backs run? Who
Tony
would've thought?
Pollard had 8.
Pollard's better.
Huh?
Pollard's better.
Well,
Yeah,
obviously.
Pollard is better. Why 22 rushes when Pollard is better? Pollard should get 22
Ezekiel
rushes.
Elliott looks like a bread delivery
Hey,
man.
all
That's
I'm
his
doing is throwing shade at Green Bay for not letting their running backs run the ball.
problem.
Now you're just putting the
We didn't-
blame on Green Bay.
I'm
No,
disappointed.
but
Either. That was just terrible.
The real
See how
shit.
mad he got?
Rodgers doesn't look at anybody unless their name is Alan Lazard or Randall Cobb.
Exactly.
Rodgers
No,
is
he
a bum.
throws at the Dobbs.
Unless he's wide open.
He
for-
tried to give Dobbs a
Down.
chance, but yeah, we know how that goes.
No, but Dak is starting. Cooper Rush is a game manager. But I will say, I think the Cowboys offense is better with Cooper Rush.
Who's
I
a
think
better
Dak
game manager
Prescott
to
is the
you?
better quarterback.
Who's a better game manager to you? Tannehill, Zappy, or Cooper Rush?
Ooh.
I mean, dude, you just named the three goats of game managers.
I know. That's why I made it different.
Give me Zappy, honestly.
No, because I think if Zappy was like he was in college, Zappy would throw 5 touchdowns.
He
But
just looked like. Never mind.
it's
Yeah,
Cooper Rush.
they did give Zappy easy stuff.
Cooper Rush is an amazing game manager. But Dak Prescott's
It'd be another touchdown if Nelson Aguilar didn't have butterfingers. He needs some grippers, dog.
Some grippers.
Nelson Aguilar
Rippers.
needs to retire. That's ancient.
Bro, he head topped somebody the week before and then drops an interception. It's baffling to me. Anyways, moving
I'm
on.
looking at it. He's not as old as I thought.
He's not
he's
that old,
29.
dude. He's not that old. That's what I'm saying. It seems like he's been here forever because he's stuck
Right.
in Vegas. Lord.
Well, Elijah, I know what you're reacting to. I'm pissed.
What you talking about?
Champions League.
Oh, you want us to lose?
Duh.
But
Anyway.
not that. But see, you be hating.
Moving on. Moving
Baltimore
on.
Ravens.
You hating.
The Baltimore Ravens beat the Cincinnati Bengals with a last second. What was last second?
Last second.
Field goal.
Justin Tucker just extending his greatness. He got a post-game interview because he's the GOAT.
He's a system kicker.
System kicker.
He's a stud, man. He's done it well.
He's an absolute stud.
I mean, what is there to say, man? Like, are the Ravens an actual contending team?
I
They're
think the
still
Ravens
not
are,
playing up to their potential.
but-
Are they on par with the Bengals? Not the Bengals, with the Bills and the Chiefs?
No.
Whoa, no.
No,
No.
not yet.
There's
yet.
like there's tiers. It's
They're a
the
fringe
Bengals
team.
and then the Ravens.
They're
I-
what?
Not the Bengals. It's the Bills and Chiefs and then the Ravens. That's the tiers. They're
That's what I was
second tier.
I agree with that statement. What's wrong with the Bengals? What are they doing?
It was a fluke last year. That's what's
Whoa.
wrong. With them.
Give mixing the ball more.
A fluke? I don't know about a fluke.
I
Like, a
mean,
fluke is
Joe
hard.
Mixon can't get anything going, and so it's a passing game, and I think teams have started to figure it out. We all talked about how to figure out Lamar. Nobody ever figured out Lamar, but this was an offense that was figured out within a season.
Lamar decided to gain 30 pounds of muscle and put on a clinic now in the NFL. That's why no one's figured him out.
I will say this was not Lamar's best game ever, but
I know.
Mark Andrews played really well. There's a reason he's a top 5 tight end.
Definitely.
Mark
Definitely.
Andrews,
is.
my fantasy goat right now.
Okay.
Consistent.
My fantasy goal right now is Travis Kelce.
I don't even want to talk about my fantasy team.
Unfortunately, he got stolen from me in my easy league.
Mine's is Josh Allen and Kelsey.
I got nothing. Nothing at
Your
all.
team's just bad.
I was just like, who's David Johnson?
Cooper Cup too.
DJ. David, a friend of he does NBA pods.
He do NBA.
My brother in Christ. He tore me up. Yeah, Josh Jacobs, Jeff Wilson Jr., and Justin Jefferson play this week.
How bad?
I only lost by 9 points. But because Nick Folk got me 18 points, by the way. He's really my fantasy goat. He's getting me almost 20 points as the kicker.
I think most of my points came from Nick Chubb and Cooper Cup and Kelsey.
Kelsey did have a beast weekend, didn't he? Four tubs. Oh, speaking of, oh wow.
I know we poop on Carson Wentz, but he got me 22 points this week. So
bum. Anyway, the Raiders played the Chiefs on Monday Night Football last night. It was one of the games of the year again. Chiefs won 30-29.
So ready to talk about this. I'm so ready to talk about this.
Let me jump on that point a little bit.
Are you talking about the Adams situation real quick?
Huh?
Not even talking about that yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're talking about Travis Kelce. I mean, 4 receptions.
4 touchdowns on 20 yards, dude.
On 20 yards, yeah.
25.
Yeah, like 7 receptions, 25 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Who was the running back that had 2 touchdowns on 0 yards?
Was it Jerome Bettis or something?
No. It was this year. It was like week 3 or week 4. Yeah. Anyways, but from a purely a number standpoint, this game is weird because Raiders are bad at closing out games as they've always been, even with Bisaccia. They did better when he was there. But the Raiders had a 150-yard rusher, Josh Jacobs, a 100-yard receiver, Devontae Adams, no turnovers, and no more than 2 punts, and still lose the game.
Mind you, they was also up
17-0 at the half.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Chiefs, but can y'all just play the game the whole game instead of 2 quarters? I'm tired of Mahomes should have had 40 fantasy points, 300 yards, 5 touchdowns, but he only plays in the second half. I'm sick of it.
I mean, number one, the Raiders' defense is bad. It's not a good defense.
It's not even about their defense because I know their defense is poo-poo. That's why they're at the bottom of the league at 1-4.
Yeah,
but the Chiefs don't play. Why are they stooping down to competition? Why are they doing this? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Played all 4 quarters.
I said it week 1 because it was an issue week 1, and that's why the Raiders lost week 1. Is Derek Carr cannot only throw to Devontae Adams.
Hunter Renfrow ran into Devontae on a post route.
Yeah, but Hunter Renfrow had 25 receiving yards. I know Darren Waller got hurt, so he didn't play. He played 8 snaps, but it cannot be the Devontae Adams show because it doesn't work. There's a reason the Packers never won anything in the playoffs. No offense, Elijah. That's the reason why.
No offense taken.
And it's the reason the Raiders can't win a football game. But if you look at the Chiefs' passing game, the ball is spread around. Yeah, Kelsey had all 4 touchdowns, but he's a red zone threat. Why wouldn't you throw it to him?
But what's killing me Vegas leads in all the important categories: rushing average, passing yards per attempt, rushing
end of the
yards,
day-
total yards.
At the end of
Hell.
the day, the only stat that matters is points.
It is, but it's so dumb. It's so dumb. Both teams kill me. I don't even like either of them.
Bro's getting butthurt by a team he doesn't like.
Wow.
It's stupid.
They live
They have
rent free
all
in your
this.
head.
They have all this potential and don't do crap with it. We could have had another Chiefs Rams 2018 game, but no, we get this steaming pile of poop because they don't know how to kick a field goal.
Chiefs Rams might never be matched again. That was
nuts.
I enjoyed that game so much.
I mean, talking about games that are unmatched, you have to go to that championship game with the Chiefs and the Bills. One of the greatest games ever.
And it went to OT.
But anyway, moving on. Let's talk about predicting next week's games.
Wait, real quick.
go ahead.
With my predictions this week, not including my wild card and bet picks, I went 10-6. I just want that to be known. I was real
10-6.
close to 11-5, but dang Commanders.
They're terrible. Yeah, we know that.
But my biggest upset was probably, I won't say upset, but my biggest upset was probably the Patriots winning 29-0. I did not have that in my bingo cards at all.
And your bingo cards?
Are you 80? What are you talking about bingo for?
That voodoo.
It's a running joke. It's like you get something wild happening, you're like, damn, that wasn't expected. It's in your
Anyways,
bingo cards.
I think
be
Elijah
that
want to
young.
go back to sleep. Let's just jump into these predictions. Commanders versus the Bears, 2 piles of garbage, nothing but hot
let's
lava.
get their second win.
Who gets their second win?
So you said,
Commanders.
who are we starting with? The Bears and who?
Commanders.
Commanders.
They only have this as a 1-point spread. In
Give me
favor of
the Bears. I'll take the Bears as well.
Well, I'll go Commanders.
I'll go Bears.
Hey Siri, flip a coin.
Oh God.
Tails, give me the Bears.
You didn't say which one was which.
Exactly. What?
Heads was Commanders, Bears were tails. She said tails, give me the Bears. I don't have to elaborate further.
Okay, you got it. Moving on. San Francisco 49ers versus the Atlanta Falcons.
49ers.
Niners.
The Niners. Did y'all see that the Niners they're on like an East Coast tour, so they're like staying on the East Coast instead of going back every week? That's
Yeah.
pretty dope.
They've been doing that since like 2016. It's the best thing ever.
Well, never.
You know,
I'm
with
sorry,
him-
I just opened my own eyes this week.
I'm glad you're paying attention.
Yeah.
Stop
49ers
watching your
will-
soccer teams lose.
My team won 2-0 today to a
Right, right,
10
yeah,
AC
yeah.
Milan.
I was about
Watch
to talk.
it.
I was about to
And
say.
he
I
was
about
hating
to
on
say-
Yeah.
my team.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I got you. I got you.
49ers. I think I'm gonna win it. Patriots versus the Browns.
Patriots.
Pats.
Matt Judon is
Pats
gonna
are
terrorize-
Pats are underdogs here. Give me the Pats
Really?
though. Yeah,
Matt
3
Judon
points.
is going to terrorize Jacoby Brissett, and I feel bad for the man, but
I feel bad for him because I like Jacoby, but
I got Patriots too.
yeah,
I'll take the Patriots as well.
Yeah, I'll go New England.
Jets, Packers. Uh-oh.
I got Jets.
Packers.
give me the
I got
Jets.
Jets.
Give me the Jets.
What?
Hey, that's a
7-point
defeated man.
dogs.
I got
7-point
Jets.
dogs. Give me give me the
That
Jets.
is a defeated man when he
We
goes
can't beat
against
New
his
York
own
team.
team at home.
Nah,
Packers.
that was disgrace.
I think it'll be freezing that day too. There's like a cold front coming in.
If we don't run the ball, we lose.
Let's look at the weather in Green Bay for this weekend.
It's supposed to be like freezing
It's
anyway.
definitely cold.
because there's like a big cold front coming through.
This weekend will be a low of 33 and a high of 49.
Yeah. Not
I
too
got
bad.
Packers though.
I got the Jets, believe it or not.
Give me the Jets. Yeah, give me the Jets.
Yeah, I
I
got
got
Jets.
Packers.
Colts versus Jacksonville.
Give me the
Colts.
Jags. Give me
Colts.
the Jags.
Colts at home, so
Trevor
I'll do
Lawrence
the
is
Colts.
Trevor Lawrence is amazing indoors.
Give me Jacksonville. Who would have thought? Dolphins versus the Vikings.
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 Vikings as well.
Mm,
Go ahead.
yeah. No, I'll take the Vikings.
Bengals versus the Saints.
Bengals.
Bengals.
Oh.
Sorry about it.
So I don't think I've picked against the Saints yet this season, and we ain't stopping today. Give me the
Oh,
Saints.
you're joking, right?
Give me the
No, I'm
Saints.
dead serious.
You know,
Give me-
it's funny though, because the Bengals are only 2-point favorites.
I think listen. I think the Bengals, they're done. Their
They're
defense sucks.
in New Orleans though, so you
I
got
know.
home
They-
field
I
advantage.
do know
They're
that.
not worse. They're not worse than the Saints though.
Hey, you watch your mouth, you
You don't
Panthers
have to be
fan.
worse
I
than
know.
the team.
You're a
that loses.
Panthers fan. Y'all suck.
Taysom
mean,
Hill gets another
uh,
150-yard
I'll
performance.
pick the
So.
Bengals.
I mean, the Chiefs lost to the Colts. That doesn't mean the Colts are better than the Chiefs.
Exactly. Colts is not better than the Chiefs.
No, they're not.
I'm gonna hold that loss over their heads for the rest of the season though.
Yeah, you can do that, but
Yeah.
Luke,
Give me the
fluke.
Saints.
Yeah,
Bengals.
terrible.
Giants versus the Ravens.
Ravens are only favored by 6 points.
so
I'll take the Giants and cover.
Mad me would say Ravens because we lost to the Giants, but I
Giants,
But aren't
Giants
you
are my
from New
wild
York?
card picks.
also like the Giants, but yeah, I don't know. I'll probably
Give me
say-
the
I'll say-
Giants. Give me the Giants. This is my wild card pick for the week.
Hey,
I'll
give me
say
the New
Giants.
York Football Giants.
You know, Oronde,
Ravens.
I'll get
Ravens.
behind that. Give me the football Giants.
Amen, brother.
Amen.
Did everyone go Giants?
Yeah, except for you.
Okay, I'm sticking with the Ravens.
Actually, maybe I want to switch my pick. Yeah, give me. Let's be real. Give me
Lamar's my
Giants.
QB in
I think he'll
fantasy.
go
I'm
off this
sticking
week.
with him. I'm riding with my boy.
What's
Buccaneers
next, Davion?
versus the Steelers. This is my.
8.
Bucks.
Bucks.
This is gonna be
8.
my upset pick of the week.
This
Give
is
me-
my
Oh,
betting
God.
pick. This is too many points. Give me the Steelers to cover 8.5 as the early betting odds.
Give me the Pittsburgh Buccaneers.
Sure.
Give me the Steelers.
I don't know,
What?
man.
What is up with y'all?
I'm
What do you
realistically.
see in Pittsburgh?
I'll take Pittsburgh.
I see nothing in Pittsburgh, but I just think maybe something will happen.
Yeah. I think there's viable for something to happen.
I'll take Bucks to win, but Steelers covered. This is my betting pick
What's
for the
this?
week.
What's the points?
8.5.
That's a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, Steelers
This
defense is
is-
trash. Never
This
mind.
is not the Bills though.
Panthers
What?
versus the Rams.
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 This is the biggest spread of the week at 10.5 points.
Damn, their ass. Rams.
Oh no. Oh,
Hey
no.
man, that's your team.
I know we're trash. I didn't think it'd be this garbage though.
Hey, you're
Oh.
sick, man.
Wait a minute. Actually, I like this spread.
PJ
Give me the Panthers to cover. I'm
Stop.
changing my spread pick. Give me the Panthers to cover.
With
I'll
PJ
take
Walker playing.
Even though they've been
PJ
bad,
Walker's
give me the
my starter,
Rams.
by the way.
Yeah,
Huh?
give me the Rams.
Rams, easy.
Hey,
I'm
Matt's
taking the
sick.
10-point spread though. I'm taking a 10-point spread.
Yeah, give me the Rams. These dudes are terrible, bro. For real. Everybody pick
Yeah.
Cardinals, Seattle.
Seattle.
Give me Cardinals.
That's a good one.
Give me the Cardinals.
I'll say Cardinals as well.
Can I
You know, we trust.
Can I replicate my 10 wins of last week in picks?
I'm going Gino. I'm riding with the Seahawks.
Oh, I definitely got to watch this game.
So I'm gonna go with the Cardinals just because they contained the Eagles pretty well last week. I'm gonna go the Cardinals. Bills and the Chiefs, a really great.
Shootout question mark.
It's gonna be something. Somebody's
2.5 points for this one
I'm
in the
going
favor
to,
of the Bills.
I'm gonna stick with my Bills on this one.
Mm.
This is a tough game though. Don't stick with the Bills.
Bills are heads, Chiefs are tails. Hey Siri, flip a coin. Motherfucker didn't listen. Hey
That was a
Siri,
long. What about to say?
flip a coin. It's heads. Give me the Bills.
Give me
Give
the.
me the Chiefs. This is
I'll stick with the Chiefs.
So I'm gonna go the Bills because the Chiefs' defense isn't as good as the Bills' defense is. Oh wait,
Agreed.
but the Bills their secondary is banged up and they got Patrick Mahomes gonna be dotting them up.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think
Oh
so.
my gosh, this is hard. I'm gonna say undecided.
It's gonna be a shootout.
You gotta pick. You can't do undecided.
I can't.
No, you can't. You
It's
can
definitely a shootout.
you
Flip
can
a coin
change
like
it
Oronde
depending
did.
on injuries, but
Chiefs.
No.
We made a rule that we can't do that now.
oh, we can't do that. Y'all didn't tell me that last week. I didn't change any of my
Yeah,
picks,
we made
but
that-
I
that
did.
rule's been
I did say that.
That's been now since last podcast.
Since last year. Yeah.
Because I was changing it and Davion didn't like it.
Oh,
Give me the.
I mean, that's
okay,
fair.
here we go. Give me the Bills.
So that's locked.
I hurt my heart saying that. Dolphins. Cowboys versus the Eagles.
I put money on the Eagles, so I need the Eagles to win. So Eagles.
Hey, real quick,
God damn.
real quick.
Give me the Eagles.
That's never. Yeah, I'll stick with my Bills pick. By the way, I just want to say that. Yeah, Eagles win and cover.
Give me Dallas.
I want my team to stay undefeated. I have them ranked number 1 for a reason.
I think this game will be really close, and it'll be interesting to see how good Dallas's defense really is.
No, I think
I
it'll be
need
interesting to
Eagles
see if
to
their
win.
their offense is good enough to contend to keep up.
The over
So
under is
Eagles could
42
take that number 1
points.
spot.
Over under is 42, by the way, and I think the Eagles put up
Dallas
all
would
40.
take the division, I think, if they win this. Yeah, give
That's what I'm
me.
saying. I need the
Need
Eagles
Dallas.
to win. So I could talk my shit.
Did everybody say their pick?
Yes.
Yeah.
Broncos Chargers to close out the week.
Chargers. Not even close.
Chargers.
Lions, Titans, Raiders, and the Texans are on a bye week. They all need it. They all need it, especially those bums at the top, the Lions. But Lillian, Elijah, Oronde, Matt, thank y'all for joining. If you made it this far, thank you for listening. I've been your host, Davion, and this has been the postgame. Peace.